The Italian alphabet has 21 traditional letters, which are the same as in English. Because the alphabet is more phonological, it consists of phonetic rules, but the pronunciation will be different, because Italian is a Romance language. The letters, their pronunciations, and spellings look like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, Z. Aside from the conventional Italian letters, the language also has imported letters that are foreign, and they're spelled and pronounced like this: Ilunga, K, W, X, Y. These letters do not belong to native Italian spelling and were taken from foreign languages like English and Greek. Still, Italian speakers recognize them perfectly in foreign words, scientific terms, and proper names, like jeans, karate, web, taxi, yoga. For the most part, all vowels and many consonants have the same sound as in English, but some letters deviate in pronunciation, like chi, h, z, ilunga, and y. Nonetheless, the sounds of the letters stay the same, and almost every letter corresponds to one sound, because Italian pronunciation is more phonetic than English. This concept will be very simple to utilize, so now that we know the pronunciation of the alphabet, we can continue with sound rules. The first rule to know is the soft chi and g before e or e. When these consonants are placed before such vowels, they become soft, as in cena and gelato. The English equivalent is ch, as in chair, and the J sound. Oppositely, if chi and g are placed before a, o, or u, they will have a hard sound, like in the words cane and gatto. Even so, Italian can force the hard sound of the consonants before e or e, and we do so by adding h between them, like in chi and ghiaccio. The second rule to know is the combination of G plus L and G plus N. Such letters make unique sounds when combined, and they're pronounced like a soft L or N sound. Some examples are famiglia, figlio, gnocco, montagna. The third rule is double consonants, which are pronounced longer and can change the meanings of words. Any consonant can be doubled except H. English does not have this concept, but once you listen to the difference, the pronunciation will feel natural. Some examples are palla, 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 sete, sette, sete, sette. The fourth rule is that H is always silent and has no sound. Its only purpose is to harden chi and g and to distinguish the forms of vowels, like in the phrases o, a, ai. The fifth rule is that esse and zeta have two pronunciations, which are very common in Italian vocabulary. This is something that you simply have to get used to, but some patterns can help you predict which pronunciation to use. For instance, sole and sasso have an unvoiced s sound, while rosa and casa have a voiced z sound. when using zeta, it can have two possible sounds, ts and z, like in pizza and zaino. The sixth rule is that the letter Q is always written as it sounds, but it's pronounced qu, qu. This pronunciation is very similar to Spanish, if you know that, like in the words cuatro, quattro, questo, questo, quando, quando. After learning these rules, we now have a good comprehension of how consonants sound in Italian, considering that vowels have pure sounds, and they do not deviate as in English. Now, we can take a look at accents, which are very important to know in the language, because they emphasize stress in any word. The general rules for accents are that they produce stress on the final syllable of a word, mark open vowel sounds for e and o, and indicate the meaning in words. Because their use is restricted, they mostly appear on vowels at the end of a word, so when you learn Italian vocabulary, this is where you'll find many of them. The accents themselves are the grave accent and the acute accent, but in writing, the grave accent dominates more. When it comes to using the accents, vowels like a, e, and u will rarely have them, but you will still find them in words like la, si, virtù. Such words use the grave accent, but the remaining vowels, e and o, will commonly appear with this accent, like in caffè, però, andrò. Most Italian final accents are grave, but we also have to see the acute accent, which is mainly used on e, rarely on o, and never on a, e, or u. This accent is needed to mark closed vowel sounds, and we can hear the difference in comparison with the grave accent. Listen carefully. E, 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 o, 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 o. Practically, Italian standard spelling almost always uses e for the closed e at the end of a word, and e for the open one. This explains why the acute accent is common on e, like in the words perché, ne, poiché, 23. On the other hand, the accent is rare to see on o, because it mainly appears in dictionaries. In short, Italian has these accents to stress the last syllable of a word, to distinguish homophones, and to show vowel openness, mostly in dictionaries, minimal pairs, and poems or music. Even so, they can distinguish the difference in monosyllables and can appear on a few verb forms, specifically in the literary pasts. Overall, this is how the alphabet, its sounds, and its rules work in Italian. Every word is pronounced as written, one letter equals one sound, with a few exceptions, and stress rules are predictable.